Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Tyler, and this is the CSGO Pro Podcast. I'm joined here today by fellow co-hosts Sid and Livemis. So our first discussion today is a pretty big topic, I would say. It's about Navi and their new player called Simple. He came from Liquid, and he's a very good player. I'm pretty sure we would all agree with that, yeah?
One of the best in the world.
Yes, yeah. I agree. And he had that highlight at the last tournament, Liquid making it to the finals and then losing to SK once again. So, Sid, I'm going to start with you. How do you think it's going to impact their future tournaments?
Well, earlier everyone was talking about how this is going to make Navi one of the best teams in the world, but personally I don't think it will. And I know a lot of people argue with that it will, because Simple is such a good player, and as is so many other players on the team, Guardian. I don't think it'll affect the team that much, but I know it will have a pretty big effect on how.
Do you think Simple's attitude and being frustrated with his teammates is gonna get involved?
I think it might have an effect because he can get triggered pretty simply.
Yeah.
Pretty simply.
Pretty simply triggered, yeah. But
maybe a little.
Yeah, that's part of the reason other teams didn't want him, because he's a really good player, but he has these toxic tendencies, let's call them that.
Not the best team player.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Very overall, he's an okay player.
Yeah, we've talked about how Navi, you think Navi's not going to be any better. I think they're going to have a better chance at winning a title, but I think if they lose, Simple's going to go ballistic.
Yep. Well, I didn't mean they wouldn't be the.
That's true. Yeah.
They would definitely be a better team.
Yeah, because Simple brings so much talent.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a question for Livemis, because you know how Liquid's an American team, they have all these players, Hiko, what do you think Liquid's going to be affected by because Simple leaving? Do you think they're going to be way worse, or is it not going to be a big deal?
Definitely. I feel like they're going to be way worse. Literally, against Navi, against SK, Simple was pretty much fighting he was the one-man army for Liquid.
That's
right?
True.
I mean, Nitro, Elige, Hiko, they had their plays, they had their moment.
Yeah.
But one reason Navi decided to pick up Simple was because he was that one-man show, constantly beating them down.
And the reason why Navi lost on the third map was Simple carried Liquid. So
yeah,
that's true.
Might as well look into it. So yeah. That's very true, because Simple was their star player. He has a lot of talent, but he needs to control his attitude.
I want to add to what Sid said. I mean, Simple has this everyone, you say Simple, everyone automatically either thinks carries or toxic behavior.
He is one of the most hated players in the CSGO community.
Yeah,
because what a lot of people forget is that Season Flamey also had anger problems too,
especially Seized.
Yeah, it's if you watch those two, Starix has a handful, because this team, if Guardian starts to step up, Flamey the X Factor steps up, this team is up there with SK. Those two are going to be the power.
I want to see a finals rematch of that, because that was Columbus and Navi lost, obviously. Navi made it to 2 major finals, not to mention all these other smaller tournament finals, and they kept losing. They're basically Liquid choking, but not in the match. They're the whole tournament. So. Do you think
Liquid choking was a team?
Yeah, it's true. That was a team choke.
Player, but I think that Navi will be able to pull through on those tournaments now that they have a much more skilled player on their team.
I agree with that. Do you think Liquid's still going to choke as usual?
Oh, I think they'll choke a little more.
Oh yeah, because they don't have Simple. Because Simple's their backbone.
They might choke a little more than they do already.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about that, because back then Simple was taking over the Opping role a little bit. Because Kusta and Adren, they didn't really get along with Simple, so they moved them off the team. Adren still doesn't have a team, and Kusta's over at CLG. But right now, JDM is in the perfect home where Hiko, Elige, Nitro, they can do their thing, and JDM he doesn't have to be really the star player anymore. He can just sit back, play for picks, and do everything for his team.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to carry. Exactly. That's actually very true, because before, Simple is a great player, obviously. There's no debating that. He's a good player. He has a lot of talent and stuff and all that fun stuff. And JDM is also a very good opper, and he's a very core part of Liquid. And when Simple leaves, a lot of that, I guess weight will go on his shoulders now, because Simple's gone.
It's also going to go on Pimp to prove himself.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, he was a okay rifler, but right now for Liquid, you know, really hasn't. We got to see him play.
That's true. But that reminds me, you said Simple is like an opping role, right? Yep. Well,
he did play the opping role.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a hybrid.
Yeah, he's like a second opper, basically.
Yeah,
but
it's like Olaf Meister. Or
he definitely will not be taking the opping role.
From Guardian, no way.
No way.
Yeah.
Guardian being one of the best oppers in the world right now. No, not
this
happening.
is what I have. This is what I have a problem, or I guess a question with. Seized was like their second opper. How do you think it'll play with 3 people who are really good at opping? Because Seized was pretty good too.
Well, I mean,
I'm not. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, right now I feel like they're gonna stick to the old bread and butter. They're gonna have Guardian and Seized, but like Guardian recently, right, hasn't been performing.
That's
like,
true.
As good. Like he's a little bit of a slump. But you know, you can always blame that on Zeus.
Yeah.
Because you know he wasn't performing either. But Flamey, the X Factor, hasn't. Really, the only 2 people who've been performing are Seized and Edward.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if Guardian can't handle it, I feel like they're gonna go to Seized and Simple. But
Yeah.
no.
Well, I think I've never seen. Okay, honestly, I've never seen a good performance from Zeus. I've never seen one. I've just never seen one. Like
Really?
I've watched games, it's all average. It's just like he's even or a little bit above that,
He's
or
like
he's
the
below.
average professional player.
Yeah, I've never seen a good game
I feel
from
you.
him. Like if you can name one, name. I've never seen one though. I've just never seen one. Like it's just he's so average. But I mean, it's better to have an average person than a below average
I mean,
person.
he's consistent.
Yeah, that's true. That if you have a good game one
how
game,
he plays.
yeah, because you could have like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
you're really good, and
He
then you
always has
suck.
the same. Yeah, he plays decent every game, which is good.
But
Yeah.
Simple is
There's
crazy.
no on days and off days. There's just I'm playing the same all the time. It's all good.
Yeah, but the thing is, the reason they took Zeus off is because it's like he was doing the worst of the team for months and months.
Yeah.
And they
well,
choked.
that's what we're saying though, because he's not
Yeah.
the best. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That is very true. Because
But
Zeus is just. I just never seen a good performance from him. I've seen decent performances,
neither have I.
but they always choke in the finals. I think they got sick of it because they're like, oh, we lost another tournament. We lost another one.
Yep.
And obviously, Simple's way better than Zeus, so they would definitely take the chance at Simple being off Liquid. So I think
If
that was a great
somehow
move.
they continue to choke in the finals, I think Simple's gonna be really upset considering that he went from one choking team to another.
That's true. That is very true. They choke in different ways, though. I mean, like,
They do.
Navi just loses the last match. It's not like it's, 15 to 9, just like how Liquid did. That's all too familiar.
Oh, gosh.
I know. I felt so bad for them. 2 games in a row, though.
I know.
That was really bad for them.
What was it? It was like 14-9, you said?
It was 15 to 9 in the first one on
and they
Mirage.
lost it.
Yeah. And then on Cash, it was like
overtime.
15 to 10, and they lost it in overtime again. 2 matches in a row.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
I think
a
they
pretty
were just
big
getting
one.
sloppy as the game went on.
well, I mean, the pressure was on them.
Well,
I mean,
That's what I mean. Yeah, I know.
SK is really
Especially
good
the
too,
second
so yeah, SK helped eliminate them, I guess, because
Oh, yeah.
Cold Zera, everybody knows the
Well,
Mirage play.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he's
that
got his own graffiti now.
Yep. And Simple again got his own too
That's true.
from that falling shot on Cash.
Both
And
no
he had
scopes. That
both
too.
no-scope. Mhm.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite
That was-
plays. I never get tired of watching that. Okay, it's just Simple has so much raw talent. He needs to turn it into a
does.
tactician or something. Like some way he can hold his anger back, but still be as good as he is. Because he's just sort of a free spirit. Like he does what he wants and he knows how to win. It's just his teammates can't keep up with him, and that's where he gets frustrated.
Yeah, but the thing is, right now, this is his chance. Because he's only 18, right?
Yeah, he's
Youngest
crazy
player.
still.
The only thing that is holding him back,
Not youngest player.
well, not youngest, but one of the
Right.
best. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I meant. But
he's the youngest
Anyways.
on Navi, right? Youngest on
Yeah,
I
Navi.
know what you mean.
yeah. So, but right now, this is his own. This is his chance.
Obviously, yeah.
If he blows it, because flip side, again, he was the carrier, right? Hellraisers, not a good team for him either. Liquid, moving more towards it. Right now at Navi, I say it's going to be up to StarX to
Yeah.
fix Simple's attitude.
I'm predicting if the divisions match up in their opposite divisions, far away from each other in the bracket, I'm predicting them in a finals of a major with SK. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because SK is good, and they're probably going to make a final again.
Number 1 team in the league right now.
Yeah. But
By a landslide too. I mean,
that's true.
6,000 points.
They're dominating. They're dominating. It's like an era, basically. The SK era. Or Luminosity, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on, though.
Fnatic had their reign.
Yeah, Fnatic had their reign, and they're donezo.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, but one thing about SK, Fur, ear injury. He had ear surgery on his ear. Do you think that's going to impact him?
Missing SLI League Season 2.
That's some good practice as a team they need, because if they want to stay at the top, they got to have all this practice. First, like an average player, he's not bad, but he's just average. But he's a core part of the team, because you have 5 people. That's 20% of the team right there. Definitely. Like,
for sure.
This is definitely going to impact the future, because I know they have Showtime. He's a sub right now. He's a sub. Subs aren't supposed to be particularly good, but if they're going to go to another, like, event, I would say, not a major, because I hope he'll be healed by then, because this is like a huge thing. I want to see a rematch. It's pretty good to watch, right? Yeah.
Well, I mean, right now it depends, because like SK is like a machine, right? They have to have all 5 parts.
Brazilian machine.
They have 2 majors in a row now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 majors in a row.
I mean, as
the
for
Brazilians taking over the CSGO professional scene.
Sika.
I mean, like Fur isn't the like key like fragger, like he isn't always top fragging.
But he's okay.
Usually cold, but it's still a machine.
That's how I picked my team. I picked people who are consistent, because Cold had like 26 and 13. He literally had that 2 games in a row. I put him on my team as the person who has the best KD, and he had the best KD. I mean, Cold's era is really consistent.
Yeah.
He's like a more tame version of Simple, almost. Like, he can control himself. Like, what do you think about that? Because, Simple frags really well. It's just his teammates can't keep up.
He does, yes.
I mean, the only thing I think is holding him back is definitely his attitude, like his negative thing towards his teammates. But like, definitely Starks has to fix that. 100%.
What if Guardian took him under his wing or something?
Oh man,
he's the son of Guardian.
Had 2 legendary hoppers in one team.
That'd be great.
Yeah, right.
That would be actually really interesting, because you would have this one great veteran. He has his own reputation. And then you've got this young player who can morph into this machine, basically, just like how SK is a machine as a team. There's a little bit of a rhyme there, but yeah, it's just crazy that how good Simple is. But he obviously knows he's good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. But like,
I think that's one of his flaws as well. I think he thinks.
He thinks he's just way too good for everybody else.
I think that's something that ties in with his bad attitude. That he thinks he's a superior player over everyone else, and
when people don't do as good, because he is a good player, but then he gets angry at them.
Well, I mean, you got to look at what teams he's been. Flip side, he was definitely the more dominant player on that team.
Obviously,
Hellraisers, definitely again. Liquid, I want to say definitely again, right?
Yeah, he was fragging good every game.
I can't really fully blame him for that mindset, but it's something that he needs to get over. Like, he needs to put his ego aside.
He needs to realize it's a team game, not a one man who can carry game.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Because he carries a lot, but then when his team loses, even though he's carrying, he just goes ballistic. He gets angry at them, and that's why people don't want him on their team, even though he's this crazy good player. What'd be interesting? If Simple ever went on SK, that'd be crazy.
Oh man.
What if Simple blew his chance with Navi?
Well, I mean, that'd be a shame, because right now they have the 4 best CSI players.
I would agree with that.
They have the best 4. I mean, some people would argue Guardian is a CSI player, but he's not in that region, so it's like they have the 4 best.
And Guardian's a good player on his own.
Guardian, and everyone knows who Guardian is, right?
Yeah, he's a huge name. But dude,
right now with Fur, with his ear injury, and if Navi can work,
perfect time to take the top. Boom.
Yeah, it's just it's like how Fnatic had to drop out. What tournament was it? Because of Olavmeiser's hand.
Yeah.
And having
Wenton.
Just sub in.
Yeah, these smaller tournaments aren't as big as the major, but they still pay pretty well, and you got to win these tournaments
They really do.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not like the $1 million prize pools, but they are 500, 700,000 prize pools.
Yeah.
That you got to get those.
Yeah, especially
and
IM.
rounds that these teams choke are the rounds you really got to win. And
yeah, definitely.
I'm looking forward to one of these little tournaments. IM Oakland. That's going to be a good tournament. That's Intel
For sure.
Masters tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So that's crazy. I can't wait to see these mid tournaments because usually they have less people in the tournament, less teams, and because it's a smaller prize pool, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these small tournaments shape your character, and then once you get really dominant, then you win these majors, like 2 in a row, how SK did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If they win another one in a row,
exactly.
Pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
That'd be a first, wouldn't
Fnatic, though. Fnatic
2 in a row.
did that, didn't? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They
made
have
it to the finals.
9 consecutive or 10? 10, not consecutive. 10 major title wins,
Yeah.
I think it is. Or 9. It might have been.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is, for sure.
And then they won those 2 in a row. They won ESL 1, Catalyst, and Cologne in a row in 2015.
Yeah, but like another thing, right now they have Dennis. Back then when they got all those wins, like
Pronax is a great leader.
Pronax,
Yes, for sure.
really good IGL.
Yeah,
They
he
helped
shouldn't
their
have
team.
left. But Dennis is, I think Dennis is a better player, but obviously he's not a strat caller. You got Flusha now. Flusha's okay, I mean. They made it to the semis. They're not bad, but they're not as good as they used to be. Let's say that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pronax with God Center right now, you know, he's not really shining
Obviously.
that much either. So, you know, maybe it's the right call.
He's a smart player. He's just, he's average, I guess you would say. Whatever you want to call Pronax average. His strats, though, are just great. He's a great IGL.
They were.
Mm-hmm.
But had to retire.
Yeah. He got disappointed because of the 7th, 8th place finish in Clutch and Poker.
Oh, gosh. That was
Bad. Quarterfinals. That's not great.
Best team at the time. 8th place. That's...
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
But look at Envious. What happened to them? They win a major, and then ever since then, they haven't made it out of the group stages.
See, definitely with kicking Kirishima.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, I felt like...
Yeah.
Kenny's is not hitting shots.
I felt like it was rushed, right? Like,
Mhm.
And
Hero, like, he was just in a little bit of a slump.
yeah. I feel like Kenny S has not been on his game at all.
Yeah,
lately.
definitely.
I mean, he is
Like,
was or could be considered the best opper ever.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now I would put Guardian over him.
I would put Guardian and Fallen, definitely those
I
two.
would definitely put Fallen over him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like right now, it's like he's not the tight end Kenny,
He's
right?
just not hitting
No,
his
he's
shots
not.
anymore.
Yeah,
He's
he's
just-
not. Mm-mm.
He's washed
again-
up almost.
Again, with Envious, it's like again another star player.
Yeah, I feel like
but they're not kicking him.
he
But
was
like,
a
I'm not
lot
saying.
better when he was on Titan.
Yeah,
Yes.
so.
Well, he had
And
great
speak-
teammates.
yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Titan.
and, well, and speaking of great teammates on Titan, Scream.
Scream is great.
Yeah, and I heard about something earlier about the best aimers. Who are your guys' thoughts on who are the best aimers in the pro
Like,
team
you mean
right
could hit their headshots, I guess you would say?
I mean, can
Anything.
place their crosshair perfectly fast on someone's head.
Well, Scream is crazy
Boom, boom,
good,
boom.
obviously. Scream is just a veteran, and he's really
Yeah, but
good.
he's not the only one.
Yeah, no.
See, I definitely want to say Shocks, because like
For sure.
that
yeah.
man can only use a USB for an entire game.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Shoxy definitely. I would also have to say Olaf Meister. Like right now, back that game against Navi.
And you know
That's
who
a
I'm going to say?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not going to say it.
I know what you're going to say.
Ooh.
Dude, what's that guy's name? Never mind.
He's a pretty prominent player in our discussions
I'm a
usually.
dominant player, bro. Sorry, I was just looking at the other names.
Flusha.
Flusha. Well, I mean, he's so good, he can find heads through walls, dude. He's like...
Oh, I know.
he's next level.
Almost too good.
Dude, my favorite thing is to listen to the comms after like say Cloud9 plays Fnatic. I remember nothing. I remember nothing screaming in a 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, help me! He can see me through walls.
It's like, oh, I'm so scared. Man. You can see me through walls.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
definitely,
very
definitely funny.
Nefarious.
funny,
Okay, in other news, there is a team on CSGO. They're not like a very good team, but they are a team that is very
Well,
prominent.
they're very good. They're very good, but they're not one of the best
Yeah,
top-rated teams.
okay.
Well,
That's
now
true.
they're not, at least.
Okay, and Imperial news, Imperial dropped their entire CSGO roster of Danish people, including these people named Fetish, Wants, Sock, Casper, and KS. They're like an average pro team. They've won some matches back in 2014. That was a while ago. Since then, they haven't found any success. So, what do you think? Do you think this is the right move, or?
I mean, yeah, I guess. But since if they haven't been finding much success in these
at all,
yeah, no,
not even in
a
hometown.
Small team. It was the local games, yeah. Then I think it was the right call. Maybe not to drop the entire roster and put all of these guys out of a team.
That's true.
But I mean, I guess it was partially the right decision and partially, a little off.
I guess that's true.
Well, I mean, the thing you have to look at is from the owners,
they want to make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Titan going.
Basically.
Yeah, it's like they want the money and they're looking at their team. If their team's not doing well, okay, maybe
Dunzo.
we'll go to a different game. Maybe League of Legends, branch out. Maybe Overwatch. FaZe got an Overwatch team.
Well, I mean, FaZe,
Overwatch.
you can't say anything FaZe can't relate to anything like this because FaZe is just bam, bam, bam. They're like perfect.
Yeah, true.
They're not the best, but I mean, they have they have League of Legends, CSGO, Call of Duty.
They have enough
Overwatch.
people. They have enough people. Yeah.
All the resources. They're they're the best.
They're very connected.
They have a sniper clan. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just very connected to all these other teams, I would say.
They are all these esports as well.
Yeah, they're just very connected. They have options to go with different players.
They do.
Yeah.
And they're a team that people actually want to join.
That is
Yeah,
true.
Not like say Imperial. That's a name that you hear Imperial. Oh, that I know that team. If you hear FaZe, I mean, oh, boom, professional esports. Yes, I know that team. Yeah,
Imperial's just they're a Danish team. They just haven't found success.
FaZe is American. I mean,
yeah.
There we go.
This is what I would say about the situation. If it was 1 or 2 tournaments, obviously give them another chance. It's 1 or 2 tournaments, maybe they're in a slump. But this has been going on for 2 years. If it's 2 years, it's time to do something.
All right, so let's get into some standings for the pros. How
I agree.
All right, so like I said earlier, I said that SK Gaming was taking the lead of the Pro Series for actually quite a while here. SK Gaming's in first place with 2,090 points.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, points are given when you win or advance in tournaments. And they're at the top of the leaderboards right now. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised considering the last 2 majors have gone to them.
That's true.
You guys, anything?
Yeah, definitely. But another team I want to focus on is Virtus Pro, coming out of that slump. And all of their players
sweeping
are,
the last chance qualifier, sweeping Fnatic in the finals of ESL.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
crazy.
And right there, that one I want to give it to Neo. You can just tell how much work as an IGL he put into that. So
yeah, you got to focus on some of the underdogs though. Not really underdogs, but dark horses, I would say. Teams that are good but they haven't won big. Like G2 recently, they've been really good, but they haven't won a major or anything.
Yeah. Right.
Well, I mean G2, again, they're this machine, but right now, some of their players aren't performing as well as you want them to.
That's
they're still ranked over Na'Vi, but I really suspect that's not going to be for long.
Especially with Simple.
Exactly. Yeah. Liquid's ranked 7th in the world right now.
Especially because the finals they made it to.
Wow, they have a long ways to go to get to the top.
Yeah, that's definitely not.
718 points. They have to win. What is that? That's at least. Oh gosh. Oh man.
Yeah. That's a lot.
At least 3 or 4 majors.
They got to get to finals if they want to get into the top 3.
And plus having to knock out, first off, their former teammate, Simple.
That's gonna be hard.
Virtus Pro, from Na'Vi. My bad. Yeah. The V's, and of course, the Brazilians. SK Gaming.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, another thing. I mean, Liquid could beat these teams with Simple, but it's really up to him. Right now, to see how much he can he can play a role in this team. Cause,
he's a player to watch. That's what I would say.
Yeah, he's a player to watch. But also, you gotta watch Elige and Nitro and Hiko, because if they don't have their game up, that team's not gonna win.
You know what I'm surprised about? Mouse Sports. They haven't won anything. They have won, literally nothing.
Oh, gosh.
And they're 9th.
No, you want to talk about not winning anything.
Well, I mean, not winning.
You get into Cloud9, FaZe Clan, and I don't even know how. CLD ranked 13th.
They should be higher.
Cloud9 and FaZe Clan, which I don't really understand, considering FaZe Clan was out because of Michael Lele. I mean, he was a very strong player on that team as well.
Well, I mean, right now, here, I want to talk about Cloud9. It's like, right now, I don't think they're making the right call with Slemmy, considering they brought him up from, like, a minor team.
You mean Slemmy's bad?
Like, it's his first time. I mean, he's a good IGL. He would make a great coach, but, like, right now his individual skill isn't, like, what it needs to be.
He's like Pronax, but far worse.
Yeah. And, like,
I think, go ahead.
Oh, no, like, I was going to say, like, Skadoodle and Shroud, like, that first, like, 4 months where they had Skadoodle and, like, Freakazoid on that roster, like, they performed really strong, right?
Because they had good chemistry.
I had something. Okay, so, before they had, so when it was, Skadoodle, Shroud, Nothing, Stewie 2K, and Freakazoid, before Freakazoid left, Nothing was the IGL, which I think they should have kept, because, I mean, Skadoodle, he could have definitely done it, but I feel, and Shroud most definitely is probably one of the stronger players on the team.
Yes, definitely.
As is Stewie 2K, but I mean, Shroud, I've heard people talk about it before, and it's not a diss. He just doesn't care enough, you know?
Yeah.
Nothing, he cares about it, he's good at it.
He's passionate.
I feel like he can, yes. Slemmy, he, like you said, he's from a minor team. He doesn't have as much experience in the upper class teams as Nothing, Shroud, Skadoodle, and Stewie 2K all do.
I agree
feel
with
like
that.
Nothing or Skadoodle would be the correct choice for the IGL on Cloud9.
See, I have to disagree with that for Skadoodle. Like, Nothing, I would definitely agree. But, like, Skadoodle and Shroud, they excelled. Like, Skadoodle, iBuyPower, Dazed, one of the greatest IGLs in North America at the time. That's when Skadoodle really excelled. And then when he came, he had Sean Garris, another IGL, who, like, I don't want to say, like, it made it easier on him, like, where, like, he didn't
Sean
really
Garris
have to...
was a great IGL, though.
Yeah.
It was one of the best. And
he's one of the best.
Owning,
It's just, they don't have the resources to do it, though. They don't have the resources to win. They don't have enough players that are good.
I mean, right now, Stewie and Nothing are doing most of the work. I'm not going to say Shroud and Skadoodle aren't doing any, but, like, Salami isn't doing any.
Yeah, I have a thing. So, I think if the, iBuyPower scandal never happened back then, if that never happened...
Swag would be one of the best players in the world.
Braxton Swag, I think he could have most definitely the best player, one of the best players in the world, and youngest. But I think if he was still on Cloud9, because he played on Cloud9, I think he definitely could have made a huge impact if he was playing on Cloud9 right now. They would probably be at least ranked a little higher, maybe 8th, 7th, or 8th, maybe even 6th.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now the thing is, it's like Skadoodle, Shroud, they need that IGL. Stewie plays like Fnatic. He plays like in this chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but they need that. They need a player like that, though.
I think Stewie's a misfit.
They need an aggressive, strong player like Stewie 2K.
Dude, I just think Stewie's a misfit. I don't think he's like... It's not his place, I don't think. I think he wants to be on a different team.
I feel like he could definitely do a lot more damage on a better team.
I agree.
Yeah, like Liquid.
Like Liquid, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Yeah,
like again...
If Pimp doesn't turn out to be good, what if Stewie left? I mean, it's not like Cloud9's going anywhere, honestly.
I mean, right now, I think
that's the only direction they're going.
Right now, I think the right call is the Slummy as coach. Because, again, he has the brain, but he doesn't have the skill.
Exactly.
As coach or IGL? As coach or IGL?
Yeah, coach or IGL. But, like, he's the IGL now, but, like...
I would have to say coach.
I would have to say coach, too.
Out of game.
Gotta get a better player.
Yeah, because, like, Starks, he plays, he's the coach, but he's also the IGL, so, like, definitely...
Dude,
Slummy can do that without worrying how, like, his individual skill would affect the team.
It affects it a lot, though. I mean, that's why they're part of why they're not winning anything. Like, they weren't winning anything for a while, and then, like, the team's just sort of in shambles, I would say. Because they're not winning anything. Like, they're not winning. There's no excuses. Their team is just not, like, into the game enough. They're not skilled enough, I guess. There's enough skill. They just don't try enough because they're sick of losing. They're just done.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it has to be hard on their, confidence.
Because they only made it to the quarters once, and that was with Hiko, and now Hiko's on Liquid.
Well, I mean, right now, like, they put up a really good fight against Navi.
They tried.
On Overpass, they went into overtime, lost 16-19. Second map, they won 16-9 on Dust 2, and they lost 16-14. So, that's a hell.
They should feel good about that
match, but yeah. So, but like again, Slummy practically doing nothing.
Definitely a weak player on Cloud9.
If they had a better player, they'd probably win.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just a single player. Like, there's been discussion of
That's true.
chokes on Liquid being a player's fault. Like,
it's just the team.
Nico did one thing and he messed up the whole team. No, I think it's definitely a team.
Yeah,
it's a team problem. I think that's the same thing with Cloud9.
It's a team game, and if you have problems,
the same thing. They definitely need to work on their synergy.
Yeah. I agree with that, because if the one person's not functioning, then the whole team can't function because there's one person. So they have to work it out as a team, not like, oh, you need to do better. Well, your whole team has to work out like together.
Well, see, another thing I want to say is Optic Gaming. They had that one good run, but then it just all went, it just all crashed down on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're a new team as well, so I mean.
Yeah, but again, for a second, like all their players just like excelled, and like for a second, it might have looked like they would have like been better than Liquid.
Yep. You know what I have to ask? Where is Bondic? Is he on Hellraisers now?
Bondic?
He's on Hellraisers. Because on flip side, he carried them. He had like 60 kills in that.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
He was very dominant over everyone.
He had 60 kills in that, quintuple overtime game. I watched, this is what I did. I watched the game, I came back later, and it was still going on. It's crazy. Like, the game went on for, 4 hours? It's crazy. Mm-hmm. And they put up a good fight, and they were up, and they kind of blew a lead, but, I mean, it was Bondic doing, most of the work.
It was.
That's why he left.
Yeah. He definitely needed a better team for that.
Yeah, but now he's on Hellraiser.
Yeah, he's stuck there. Team. That's a much
especially
worse
for that one game. What was the score on that? The 12, 15
it was bad.
overtimes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
It hurt inside.
Yeah. When we were watching that, I remember it was just, come on, can this please be over soon? Someone please just
kill them all.
Just kill someone. Just finish this already.
Yeah,
all it was 2 rounds. I still don't understand. I guess they were such evenly matched teams that they had to go for what was the
They
final
were
score,
evenly matched.
Very evenly matched. I don't think if it was one dominant team over the other, then it wouldn't have been 28 to
31. Like yeah, it was crazy.
There you go. It would definitely not have been that high of a score.
Yeah, that tied the longest overtime game. There's another one quintuple.
And if you think about it, that is a lot compared to first to 16.
First to 16, that's basically like a double game almost.
It was almost like playing just a rematch.
Yeah, basically, it was playing a rematch. It's basically playing map 2, but that was in the group stage, so. It would have been worse if they played a map 2, because then you're like, oh, now on to map 2. Great. Just great. And plus, it was on Cobble, 10,000 drops. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Dragon lore.
Yeah, the phase lore.
Basically. Yeah.
The phase lore was dropped that tournament.
Because they had 10,000 drops. That's crazy. But yeah.
Sparkles with his dragon lore.
I kind of feel bad for Bondic because now he's stuck with Hellraisers.
I know. I feel like he could, just like Simple. Could definitely be on a now that he is, could be on a better team. Like I'm not calling out Liquid. I'm just saying Liquid could use a lot of help.
They could do better, yeah. And then Pimp, I don't understand. They could get a better player. Like, why let such a young player, or such a new player, I would say, join and play at this level when they just made the finals against one of the best teams in the world and lost, obviously.
Well, I mean,
that's
right
a lot of
now,
pressure.
I can already just tell. When Na'Vi, if they click, right, they're going to be winning everything.
Yeah,
it's always going to be, for the time being right now, it's going to be Na'Vi and SK in every final. And,
rematch honestly, of Columbus.
I'm going to put my money on Na'Vi with all this talent they have.
I did in Columbus. I thought Na'Vi was going to win that. Because Luminosity didn't win anything up to then. And they beat Fnatic in the previous tournament in the, I'm
pretty sure
stage.
I had them winning as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, Liquid are just going to have so much regret. Because they're going to see Simple turning into this amazing player. Maybe go down as one of the best players. Definitely.
All because they couldn't take his attitude. They should just let someone mentor him, sort of.
And Liquid, they're just gonna look at this and we could have been Na'Vi if we'd done everything to keep them.
That's true. They could have made the finals again. It could have been an SK Liquid rematch instead of SK Na'Vi.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most people, most commentators, most everybody who follows the professional scene is gonna predict Na'Vi SK. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. I want to see Cold Zera versus Simple individual play because coldzera is really good. He's very good at tactical plays. He's good at analyzing the game. Simple is a really young player.
He's good at getting lucky shots.
Yeah, basically. He plays his heart out.
Oh, he sure does.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I would say. And
that definitely came out when Liquid choked. I mean...
Yeah, Liquid
incredible.
just... I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt bad for them, but you can't deny that Cold is just insane.
Oh my gosh. If he wasn't, that we wouldn't have his own graffiti on Mirage.
That's true. That is true. That was like a game saver, because if he didn't do that, they'd all rush him. No scope collat, no scope midair. That's just crazy.
Okay.
Yup. And that was just... I don't even know what to call that. That's just coldzera.
Yeah.
That's what you would call it.
That's coldzera.
Well, I mean, definitely Simple got his revenge on Fnatic with 2 no-scopes.
For sure.
Yeah. But you know who needs to pick up the play?
Who?
Pasha for Virtus Pro. He's supposed to be a superstar.
I haven't heard anything about him lately.
Exactly. You're supposed to hear things from him. You're supposed to be a superstar.
He's one of those players that,
He's got character.
You're supposed to know.
Well, I mean, right now, like, Snacks and Bialy are, like, the new players, but Virtus Pro still have the oldest standing roster.
That's true.
Exactly, because it works.
It does work.
Works perfectly.
It's like Taz with over, like, 10 years of experience. Neil is, like, 12. I'm not sure how many Pasha have. But they are veterans, even into 1.6.
Exactly.
And, like, right now, Taz and Neo, like, Neo was top fragging on Kabul, one of his really good games. But, you know, again, Pasha was having a quiet game.
Yeah, Pasha just needs to pick up his play. Like, there was one game after 8 rounds, he was like 1-8. He was literally doing nothing. He had 1 scout kill. That was back in the quarters or something. His team still won because Bialy and Neo were doing most of the work. Because Bialy is very good. He's very passionate about the game, and he helps his teammates.
Yeah, you definitely cannot play like that in a major, or in any minor tournament at all.
Yeah, recently he's been average. Yeah.
But they can't get rid of him though, man. I mean, he is a very strong player.
He's a core component.
He is very.
Yeah, he's been just so average recently. He's just been average. That's why they've been winning, because he's doing better than he was, because he was not doing very good.
Exactly.
So, yeah, what matches are you going to look forward to in the next tournament?
Definitely, I want to see SK Navi in finals. Definitely.
Oh yeah,
I do. Yes.
I want to see a
I know who's
Fnatic
going to win, and I know it's going to be a very obvious match. But I want to see this happen again. I want to see Cloud9 go up against Fnatic.
Cloud9's got to qualify though.
I remember the one time that Cloud9 actually beat Fnatic.
Well, I mean, it was like a 2-month period of where, like, they could, like, the
if
team
Shroud
really
started
lucky.
really crazily trying, they could do it.
Oh, if he started, yes, true, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, see, like, some games, like, they go off. Like, I remember a couple of months ago, Cloud9, they beat SK. Well, back then they were Luminosity on.
Yeah.
Like, Luminosity's own pick on Mirage. That is, like, their turf. It's like Virtus Pro's turf.
Yeah.
Those 2 teams is their turf, and, you know, nothing came alive. Stewie came alive, you know, Shroud came alive, Skadoodle was coming alive. It's just that one game they came alive.
It's just the problem is they can't do that consistently, because it's just that one game, and then after that it's just, average, below average. They never have any above average performances. That's why they're not even getting past the group stages. They only did once, and that was with Hiko, and Hiko was insane.
But Hiko is definitely, back to the aimers, he's one of the best aimers.
I agree.
I personally, I think Hiko is one of the best aimers in the game.
Well,
I agree.
Well, I mean, again, with the new update, they pretty much buff Scream and, like, nerf Get Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for Get Right, especially.
Well, I mean,
he was the one going around killing everybody with the guns.
He would just spray people down from that one play that he had. That I don't remember what tournament it was. He was A long, and whoever it was on site, and he just sprayed, like crazy.
Yeah,
and I love playing like that as well. So it's gonna be really hard to.
I think it was
like tapping or bursting now.
Yeah, definitely.
Unless the first couple shots on point, could work just the same.
But that's not really Get Right style.
It's not at all.
Exactly. But there was this one, it was on Cash, I'm pretty sure it was versus Flipside. This is just a group stage, but Get Right was having a crazy game. He had like 40-something kills. And this is in MLG Columbus, and he was spraying, and he had 4K. He had like 3 4Ks in one game. It was crazy. This was back at MLG Columbus. I'm not sure about 3 4Ks. I'm pretty sure he had at least 2, but he was still insane. He was spraying like the whole time. So,
Yep.
Do you think that's going to hurt NIP? Because they're a very average team. Like, they can win matches, but then they come up against superstar teams like SK, Fnatic. They're just outmatched, outgunned, basically. So,
Yeah. I feel like they're still a very strong team. I feel like they've been down a little on their performance since they got Pith.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Pith hadn't played in a while.
well, no, but the thing is, Pith, right? When he went into that team, he was him and Get Right were the consistent top fraggers,
Yeah, true.
right?
Yeah,
Right now,
Force comes in
Pith
later.
is in a slump.
Yeah.
So, like,
But I mean,
I don't know.
every player goes through a slump.
yeah,
That's true.
every player has to go through a couple slumps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that too, because some players have slumps, some are longer than the others. There's like very different. Some happen for different reasons. Either they have personal problems or the team's just not working. Like it's not clicking. Everybody can't find their role because each person goes through their own part of the team. Like yeah. Would you agree with that or?
Yeah, definitely.
So, you know what I really want to see?
Oh.
Astralis versus NIP, because Astralis has been average-ish recently, I guess you would say. Like, they can beat those other teams that don't make it, but then once they get against, like, the better teams, they're outmatched. I would love to see that, because they're about at the same level as NIP right now.
True.
Yeah, because at one point, they were, like, the best teams in the world. NIP, and when Astralis was TSM. It was great. Dignitas is
I think
the
another
team.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
another match that would be SK and Fnatic.
I agree.
Two of the best teams. Go ahead to almost all the best players in the world. At least on Fnatic, they're all amazing players.
Yeah.
SK, they're again amazing players. They work very well as a team, and I think they would have the potential to beat Fnatic, who
I agree.
you would think is the best team in the world right now.
Yeah.
At team-wise, I would probably consider them one of the best teams.
I agree. Just
Yes,
they have very good tactics. They're just
they do.
tactically advanced.
They are.
Like, what kind of team would discover that overpass boost? I know that was mostly Pronax's work, but you know,
Definitely, yeah. But still, it's pretty.
they have to execute it, and they can execute it perfectly. Like, if Flush is calling strats, and he's not too bad. I mean, he can see through walls, but Flush is not a bad strat caller. He's very good at knowing the maps. He's knowing how to play them and knowing how to counter the other team. That's the big thing. You can know the maps, you can know the game, but if you don't know your opponent, you're not going to win.
Exactly. Yep.
That's like a big thing of it. So, do you think they could win against Virtus Pro? Like, Virtus Pro swept them recently, obviously. That's a big thing.
Fnatic? Ooh.
In a major, do you think they could?
I think in a major.
Definitely.
Go ahead. Yeah, I think so as well.
Yeah, because they got swept, but I mean, it didn't look like they were trying at all, because it's not really that much. And if you get in the finals, you get a prize pool, too, and they have way more money than Virtus Pro off of winnings. But, I mean, you should try anyways. It just didn't look like they were trying. Obviously, they're pros and they try, but it just didn't look like classic Fnatic, where they would just rain chaos down on their enemies and figure them out, like, instantly.
Well, I mean, the thing is, see, like, when it comes to strats and chaos, right? Like, that's that is the distinction of whether, like, because, like, I feel like the only reason Virtus Pro won that is because they're T-Set. Definitely. Because, like, is Neo one of the best IGLs, definitely. Veteran 1.6, but it's like the thing is, that game came down to the strats, and when Fnatic like love to feed off chaos.
Yeah, because you can be really good.
It doesn't really help their strat.
That happens with a lot of teams, but this is a prime example of it. This is like very clear. Oh, this is happening. Their strats are not working for them, and they can't figure out how to counter it. And that's why Fnatic lost. Like, Virtus Pro figured out those players. They figured out the other team, and they figured out what to do to win. Because you got to figure out to win. That's how you win matches, obviously. You win! Winning is key. Like, I hate bringing Liquid back, but I mean, you can't choke like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, never again.
Especially
I don't know how many times
twice
you
in
have
a
to bring
row.
it up. It's just such a big
It's
just I can't believe you just did that.
It's just like, wow, Liquid, really? You're going to be the first American team to get to a final, and that was back in the other tournament. They made it in the next tournament, obviously.
And then choke it.
Yeah. That's just...
Yeah, but again, the pressure was on them, so...
Yeah, they're like the first American team to do this.
Yeah, like the first American team, that's got to have a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... I guess it could. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, another thing, they're like... I don't want to say like they're all like a new squad, but they had like Simple, right? So like that squad was like a new squad, so like they weren't used to like Fnatic, who can like go like Fnatic or Navi, like if they're down 11-3 can still come back, right? Like they're not like like they're Fnatic and Navi, SK, like they're used to that pressure, right?
Exactly.
But like that squad back
way
then,
better
wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's a team that we haven't talked about, but they've done pretty good?
What team?
Gambit. They made it to the quarters, winning the division. They beat Astralis. They beat Dignitas.
True.
They beat everybody. And they're in the next major guaranteed because they got that spot from being in the quarters. They got destroyed.
Yeah.
Well,
But
oh my god.
The ESL League 4 the wildcard teams are decided by community votes though.
Yeah.
So
it's just which team is more likable.
Pretty sure. I mean, they have a chance of getting in, but I think if it is by
they're
community
an underdog.
vote, I think the who do you think the 4 wildcards team would be?
Ooh.
I mean, I think SK, Fnatic, Navi,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Probably like G2.
Probably
maybe.
either G2 or Astralis for me, probably.
Or Virtus Pro.
I would like to see Astralis, but I doubt it'll happen. I think it's going to be Virtus Pro because of their recent success.
Yeah. I think it's probably the top 4 teams in the league: SK, Fnatic, Virtus Pro, and G2.
Yeah.
I mean,
just go basically generically down because if you have success, then you have success.
Yeah, I guess, and I mean they're probably the most popular teams at the time right now as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah.
That's just the way it is.
That is true. But Gambit, how do you think they're gonna like fare in the next tournament? Because
they definitely have potential.
Well, they beat Astralis 2-0, and then they made it to the quarters to win their division, and then they obviously blew it in the quarters, but still, that's really good.
Well, I mean, an underdog team going against Fnatic, like you can't really expect that much.
Yeah.
You can't really expect that much. It's just it's amazing that they like. I don't want to say beat Astralis because like Astralis now
they had
really
subs.
Like best well-rounded team. Like it's still amazing how like as an underdog team they come in and like beat these higher tier teams. I really like to see that.
That's true. But another thing was Dignitas when they beat Astralis. Like that was a good game to watch, especially Cajun B. He had a pretty good game. And Config,
sure.
they were like the core people. They didn't really carry, but they were like helping their teammates out. They were good support players, I would say.
Well, I mean, like a really big mistake, for me, was that they kicked Cajun. Like I feel like that was a really big mistake because right now he's at Dignitas and he's getting more success. But
I think they could use that.
Yeah, and it's like
fuel to the fire.
Yeah, yeah, and like as soon as they kicked Cajun, like they had Cager B and they had like maybe 2 weeks of success, 3 weeks of success, and then it just all went downhill.
True.
So I don't think it was like the right choice.
I don't think it was either. I agree.
It was just badly timed. Like
it was. Yeah.
They weren't even doing that bad. They just did it. They just did it. Like they're just like, oh well, we lost a thing, so boom, you're done. You're donezo. Bye bye.
Yeah.
You're fired.
You're fired.
But yeah, they just did, and I think they just went too early because now he's having a lot of success with Dignitas, and Dignitas are actually becoming contenders again. Like I wouldn't say they're contenders now for anything big, but they're starting to become. It's sort of rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because every team needs to go through a rebuilding period, especially Cloud9.
Oh gosh, that's going to be a long rebuilding period.
20 years now.
Oh,
20 years.
Probably.
Shroud's like 30, and back in my day, I used to be famous.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, Shroud did say he's gonna stream until like he's dead. So
yeah,
even if he's not a pro.
Yeah. But yeah, that is all the time we have here today. If you liked it, give us a review. Tell us how we did. We'll maybe go over it in the next episodes, and we will see you later. Peace out.